In a recent podcast in Brian Shaw's YouTube channel, Levan shared his training methodologies which left Brian shocked. Well, if you impress a world's strongest man with your training, that just clears it more why Levan is Levan. So let's talk about it. Levan only does table practice after his intense weight trainings. That's why we saw like Irakli, David Arabuli and others pinning him on the table. We know Levan is a giant who weighs 180 plus kgs. But do you know Levan never plans his diet? He just eats when he feels like to eat and stop when he's full. He also don't plan his trainings or even table sparrings. Whenever his friends are available at gym, he does table practices. When Brian asked Levan what is his training is like at gym, he said he does 3 to 4 days of training at gym. He does like bench press, tricep push downs and also some arm wrestling specific lifts. And at the end, if he is left with some energy, he does finger and wrist trainings. On asking Levan, does he do back exercises? He said he does weighted pull-ups for that. But the crazy thing is, he does his hammer curls or pronation lifts with weights for like straight 2 hours and then he does pull-ups. I don't know how Levan's brachioradialis survived that kind of torture, cause this is insane. Levan was also questioned about the first round when Devon stopped him. On that, he said, coming back from a wrist injury, he wasn't so sure about his wrist. So he was checking his wrist on the first round, but after the round 1, he was confident, so he just went with no worries. But Levan did appraise that Devon has a very strong pronation. And well, we all know that. On asked who is that opponent he felt the strongest so far, he shared 3 names. Gennady, Devon and ARMWRESTLING. With Gennady, he has back and forth winning and losing experiences and Gennady's competition helped him to push himself more and more. Another crazy fact that his friend shared is that once Levan took a rest for 4 months from gym, but after coming back, he started to lift heavy weights within few weeks, which is problematic for many others but not for him. And another thing is, after any big super match, Levan does take a long period of rest from his gym, and that's how when he come back to the gym, he gets more motivation to train harder. And another crazy stuff is that he gains almost 90% of his strength in a very short time whenever he comes back to the gym after few months and then gradually peaks from there. And when Levan is off training totally, he lose like 20 to 25 kilos, but when he come back to the training, he just gain that weight in like 2 weeks and get huge. When asked what was the heaviest weight he has been, he said it was 192 kilos, but it's not comfortable for him. So he liked to compete within 175 to 180 kg range. Levan also showed interest to train with Brian as they both are big and lifts heavy. So Levan's way of training may help Brian to get stronger. At the end, Levan appreciated Brian's participation in this sport and said it will draw on more eyes to the sport and the arm wrestling fan base will grow more. That's it guys. Thanks for watching. Please like the video, subscribe the channel, stay tuned and keep arm wrestling.